Well, good evening. And tonight, um, I'm going to show you that I was sort of in a movie myself. Well, let's say that the um, I was in the Q&A afterwards, and at the Cato Institute, and they made a video of the entire event, and I asked a question in it at 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 6 seconds. But I'll show the others scene there. And it's on a playlist. It's this one, my appearances and discussions, and I'll just show you where it starts.
Kisston in England, and
Yeah, just go back just a little bit. I'll play just a little bit of
about
me
the
talking.
way some financial institutions have cut off people, closed bank accounts. There was Constantine Kisston in England, and I forget what the bank, and then there was Colin Wright and Rialto's Last Stand over the binary gender issue. And that's not, I don't know how closely connected that could be to any government jawboning, but the idea that financial institutions would do something like that under some of the circumstances that I've heard about is really very shocking. I mean, it could, I don't think if I were going to start a Substack myself, I don't think that PayPal would accept me based on what's happened to some other people. Some things I would have to say. What is jawboning in this? Why are they behaving this way? I mean, some of the behavior has been very extreme in a few of the cases. If Colin Wrights, especially, if you're familiar with that, I just wonder if you know anything about it.
Okay, I'm going to let you read. What I'm going to let you do is go to the playlist, and I'll on my this video channel, and play the rest of it yourself. It's pretty easy, and there are a couple other videos there for you to look at. One where there's an interview of Colin Wright by Constantine Kissin, and then another interview where Constantine Kissin himself was canceled by a bank in England. And I'll let you play those and study them. I won't get I won't get into the details of all of that right now, but of course, this is about where the left, the radical left, particularly in the last few years, particularly since maybe the start of the pandemic or so, has very much insisted on dealing with people in groups. And if you're in a protected group, you get more protection from the speech of others, even if that speech is factually true, than if you're just by yourself. I also wanted to talk just a little bit about just something else about my channel. There've been, let's show you a couple of another image. That's in Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. That's an image of a UFO with hieroglyphics on it. And there's another picture in Kecksburg, the volunteer fire department near where that artifact is. But my video channel, I have some videos of it where I talk about my books and my writing and the movie efforts, and I'm going to be talking about those more soon, in more detail soon when I can. And then I talk about some political issues, social issues, and the culture war, particularly from the point of view of the individual versus the group. And one of the things that is most noticeable to me is that there is so much pressure on individuals to be willing to be connected to a movement and be willing to speak for a movement or let a movement speak for them rather than do things for themselves. And that's something I have really resisted. That the group, particularly if constructing a protected group and then behaving according to the rights and wrongs of that, is more important than being personal responsibility. I've really rejected that. But my channel, so it has a mixture of shorts, and I have regular long form videos. There's a mixture of the various places I've been. I particularly like show scenes from model railroads and other places that are interesting. And then occasionally a political or a video about my writing or something. So I mix the two up in one continuous channel. I've had some problems very recently with occasionally YouTube seems to remove all the view counts. It's supposed to show a view that's 30 seconds or longer, at least one from one ISP, and then if the person keeps looking at it repeatedly, it could delete all the count except one. It's supposed to even show your own view, at least one view that you make yourself. That's what I thought. But it's not doing that. It erases them and erases some legitimate views. The one from Kecksburg, Pennsylvania seems to be there's that artifact that looks like an acorn, but it may, in the minds of some people, look like something else. And it might be the artificial intelligence is telling it that there's something objectionable when they're really, to a human being, there really isn't. I think that's probably what's going on. But anyway, those are the thoughts I wanted to leave you with today. And we'll talk again soon about these subjects in more detail. And I thank you for listening.